In a lot of places in the world, people will not experience the harsh conditions of winter's grip, with deep snow and temperatures below freezing lasting 6 months or more. But as spring approaches, winter slowly lets go of its grip. As the snow melts inland, it runs through rivers, streams, and tributaries. To the largest of the Great Lakes of North America, Gitchigami, also known as Lake Superior. It is also the world's largest freshwater lake by surface area and third largest freshwater lake by volume. It is also shared by the Canadian province of Ontario to the north, the U.S. state of Minnesota to the west, and Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to the south. Spring has finally arrived. Hey everybody, this is Demurray. We're back up here on the Spear Hiking Trail. We're up here for 3 days, 2 nights. Temperature is right around freezing, which is 0 Celsius, 32 degrees. I got Runner back up here with me. Good to have Runner up here. And also, you've seen him in one of my videos, my son. Hopefully we'll be seeing him in more of the videos. And you guys, we started up by Canada, which is the beginning or the end, and we're working our way south to Duluth. This through hike we've been trying to accomplish. We started in 2016. So this part, we're gonna be at Gooseberry Falls. Runner's gonna have his car at Gooseberry Falls. I'm gonna have mine at Crow Creek. And then we're gonna hike from Gooseberry Falls south to Crow Creek. And hopefully the snow ain't gonna be so deep. We're debated not to take the snowshoes. Down in the cities, there's no snow. The Twin Cities in Minnesota, there's no snow. We're all down by 2 harbors. It wasn't much snow, but you can see there's a little bit of snow here. So hopefully things will go well. Hopefully the snow won't be so deep. What do you think, Zach?
I'm guessing it won't be, but we'll find out.
Runner?
Yeah, I think it's going to be deep.
All right, you guys, we're on our way. The Spear Hiking Trail runs through Gooseberry Falls State Park, which covers 1,675 acres. The rocky Lake Superior shoreline and 5 waterfalls highlight Gooseberry Falls State Park. The park was established in 1933, and the Civilian Conservation Corps developed the park between 1934 and 1941, including stone buildings, campgrounds, picnic area, and trails. These structures have earned Gooseberry Falls State Park a place on the National Register of Historic Places. Trail was great until right now, and we're still probably about 2 miles in, and we're post holing. Right now we're in the open, and so a lot of that snow is melting with the sun coming down. Temperature's above freezing. It's got to be probably 36 degrees, which would be 2 Celsius. Sun's coming out. We got to get to camp, get some firewood and set up our camp. But if this snow is this deep in camp, we're in trouble. This is spring. Spring hasn't sprung. Oh, that one's up to my knee. My leg. Look at my leg. I can't get it out. Oh, there we go. Oh. How you guys doing back there?
Well, not as rough as you since I can just step in your holes.
I know. I'll break the trail. I'm up to my knee right now. Oh. Hopefully it'll get better. So I don't think there's too many people that have been back in this trail. And we're just at the beginning. Where's the snowshoes?
They're in the cart.
That's a good place for snowshoes. Who would ever thought? But up here, it's still deep. Winter's long up here in the Northwoods. No resting. Woo!
Still walk in the woods, man.
When you get in the shade, it isn't so bad because the sun hasn't hit it. And with the tall trees by these cedars, then it's hard. But once you get around that, get in the open, we're thinking of going down to the river, on the river edge, and see if that's any better. But we don't want to break through the water either, but we're not going to get too far in this conditions here. So we're going to push on, and if things are bad, we'll just go to this first campsite we have coming up here, and we'll set it up and what do you think?
Should have brought the snowshoes.
Should have brought the snowshoes. Should have had that burger this morning. I'm gonna head down to the river. Looks like Zach's might have something there. Oh. Follow Zach's footprints. Oh, it's a lot easier down here.
just broke through my left foot into the water. Luckily I have these gaiters on because otherwise my boot would have been soaked. You can feel a little bit wet. Runner's back there. Zach's up there. It is a lot easier on the ice, but we got to make sure we don't bust through. Boy, it is challenging up here. Very challenging. Well, we're hoping the camp is right up here. Man, it's taking a long time to move here. What's hard is one foot will go down and the other doesn't, and I have nowhere to put my foot. If I put my foot right there, I'm just gonna sink down. Boy, this is one of the toughest treks. This is March 26th. April is less than a week away, and that snow has melted a lot, and it's still up to my thighs, in some cases up to the waist. It is really deep back here. And we can't go on that packed trail because we just bust through on that crust, and that makes it even worse. Can't go down the river. Now that has opened up. So I'm hoping right up here is a campsite because we're getting tired, and otherwise we have to think of something here. Bushwhack. I think it might just bushwhack up here if I don't see that campsite. Had to cut down that tree because it was a dead tree and we're putting our hammocks there. And we'll use that for firewood. But I had to get that thing down because I didn't want to take a chance of that coming down on top of me. I wouldn't have a good night's sleep with that thing on top of me. We're digging out the fire pit. We're putting it here because there's a nice view down there. Got the river down there. What are you doing?
We're getting our hammock set up for the night.
Runner's there, and I'm going to be right here. I hope you don't snore, Runner.
No, I don't think I do.
Yeah, we had to bushwhack it, so what we're going to do here is put our hammocks across the trail. Zach's up there. He has his off to the side. I'll show you that. We're down that way. And the fire pit is right over where Zach's digging it out. Is that a cell phone?
Yeah.
Up in the wilderness? Processing the wood, breaking down the kindling, small is the fuel, and then the large fuel. This here, the kindling, that's fuel, small fuel, and then we got some big logs down here we're going to split. Look at that, a New Yorker. New Yorker runner. You got a New Yorker?
No, I don't have a New Yorker.
I got a Minnesotan.
I have a filet mignon. Poor man's.
Baked potatoes. How is it?
Super tasty. Cheese.
Twice baked potatoes.
That's what happens when you forget your fork.
How you doing over the runner?
I'm looking for the cheese. Where's the cheese?
You got ripped off.
I got ripped off.
Might be stuck on the top of the foil.
Little char.
Hey, Char. We're getting our hammock bedtime clothes on. Get them warmed up so we can slide in the hammock. Sun's starting to set. You can see it's a beautiful day. I don't have the tarp. I'm not going to deploy the tarp because I'm thinking about looking at them stars tonight. There's a clear sky right now, so I'm hoping to see a lot of stars tonight, some constellations, and tomorrow's supposed to rain tomorrow night, so we'll put the tarps up tomorrow night, but this is going to be a treat to look at the stars. Stargazing. So I'm going to head to the fire, start putting things away, start getting ready for bed. We'll stay up till it gets dark and a little bit later, and we want to save some of that firewood.
You're gonna have to get more wood for breakfast?
Well, we ate our steak and kicking back now by the fire. We'll stay up for, what do you think, an hour, 2 hours?
More
Hey,
than
you're
that.
not.
We got some stars coming out today.
We got some stars coming.
You're not 6, like, what is it? 6 feet away. You're not distancing yourself. Distance yourself.
Distance. Yeah, so we're gonna sit by the fire, wind it down, and man, I can't wait to get in that hammock down there.
Get
I'm gonna
my
swoop.
hammock.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna use your hammock.
That's my hammock down there. You can't
Pretty
get in
cute.
my
You should
hammock.
see they're set up there side by side, right next to each other.
Yeah, we're really
Social
staying.
distance.
We're staying our distance.
We didn't do that right.
What a beautiful night, though.
It is.
It was a challenging day today, going through that deep snow. Man, I'm wiped. Most of the time, the snow was up to my knees.
So if it's up to Marine's knees, guess what was coming to me?
Man, he was swimming in it. Runner was swimming in that snow. I looked back there and I thought
I'll tell
he
you.
did a swan dive.
Up to my, well, you know, waist.
Your waist. Yeah, it was a challenge.
Yeah, it was.
So we're thinking tomorrow, cook some bacon and eggs, tear it down, and then go back. Instead of heading that way, we're gonna head back to the car and get in the car and go where I left my other car, because we're doing a through hike here. And we're gonna park Runner's truck next to my car, and then we're gonna come this way to the campsite. So instead of going that way, we're gonna come back, come around, get our snowshoes, and then come back in.
Yeah, we were kind of kicking ourselves all day long because we took a vote.
Well, I wanted to bring the snowshoes. Zach said, yeah, but Runner, nope.
No, I think I remember the
outbid us.
story a little bit different than that. But I always go along with the Marine because he's bigger than me, and of course he's the Marine. So you figure out for yourself who decided no snowshoes today.
I wish my son would listen to me like that.
I don't have snowshoes, so
Yeah, I
I
brought
was-
some for you.
oh.
You got
I was
snowshoes.
gonna say I was done for either way.
No, you got snowshoes, so
Anyway,
big snowshoes.
yeah, with the snowshoes, it might have helped some, but the snow was so soft
No, with the snowshoes, we would have cruised right on the top.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, with the hard crust, we would have cruised right through it.
We'll see tomorrow.
We'll see
won't we?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good little hike. We got a steep hill to climb with those snowshoes, so it's gonna be a tough little hike.
I'm sure it went up there using tennis shoes. Where are you going on the Boundary Waters? What lake?
The trip we done before. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
Insula and Alice.
so you're gonna go to Alice?
No, we'll go to Insula.
We're not doing Alice?
Yeah, we'll go to Alice. Not one like we did, not all in one day.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go to Insula.
What entry point are you going?
So what we're gonna do right now is pack up. We're not gonna eat our breakfast. We're gonna go back to Gooseberry Falls because the snow is hard. I can walk on top of the snow. So we're gonna boogie out before the sun's coming up right now, and we don't want that snow to get softened. But I'm afraid if we keep going on here, it's gonna soften up and we're gonna get in the same trouble we had yesterday. That snow is so deep, but now we can scamper on top. So we're gonna boogie out quickly and then go to the other side, put on our snowshoes and head to Crow Creek campsite. So much for the through hike. Sometimes you guys have to improvise. Sometimes it's like that.
You're not gonna make breakfast?
No.
Really? What are we gonna do with all that breakfast?
What we're gonna do is while the snow is still hard, we gotta get out before the sun gets on and soften it up.
Which way are we going?
We're gonna head back out, go to the other car, and get the snowshoes and come into the other camp that way.
And then eat breakfast for dinner?
No, we'll have breakfast tomorrow morning.
But I want coffee.
You can see we're walking right on top, not breaking through. And you can see where we were yesterday coming through here. Boy, this is so easy. Just walking right out. Makes it a lot easier to hike out than yesterday. Whew. This is a little tricky. So we're on our way back to the car. We'll probably stop and get something to eat at the gas station because everything's locked down. There's no restaurants with this coronavirus going on. Everything's shut down, so only gas stations are open. So we'll get some sandwiches and we'll have our bacon and eggs tomorrow morning. But we had to get out of here quickly before that sun comes up and the temperature starts warming up. Boy, it's nice cruising out of here right now. This is the way it was supposed to be. And this is what I was planning on doing on this trip, was just cruise right on top. I didn't think it was going to be that deep. You know, this is being a couple days before April. I really didn't expect that deep of snow up here. But it is what it is. So, this is too easy.
I believe I can fly.
So what do you think compared to yesterday and today?
Walk on snow. Started sinking yesterday. Now I'm walking on top today. Easy.
A lot
Easy.
easier.
Much easier. It is just, we're just cruising over the top of this. We'll be back at that car in no time. And the thing is, we thought we were farther down, but we hardly, mile and a half to about 2 miles is about as far as we went. That's crazy because we thought we were farther than that. But in this snow, just to go 10 feet took us about 5 minutes.
You can see the evidence.
Boy, that was tough going yesterday, wasn't it?
Up to the ankle, right there. In this spot, some spot was up past my knee.
A little nicer now, huh?
For now, until we get the sun up.
Yeah, the sun comes up, it's gonna be sloshy again, but we will have snowshoes heading into the next camp. But we got a steep hill to climb, so that'd be a little challenging, but we're always up to it. Are you up to it?
Rock and roll, man.
Now we came back towards Crow Creek. We grabbed our snowshoes. We got both cars down here. So now we're going to head north to the next campsite. Hopefully we won't have to worry about the deep snow with these bad boys. Well, we got our snowshoes on. Hopefully this will keep us on top. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough trek in. But I'm thinking these snowshoes will be just fine. So we're off to our next camp. It's right by Crow Creek. It's probably a mile, not quite a mile and a half. 1.3 it says, 1.3 miles. We're on our way. We'll see you at camp.
Snowshoes are working great, except for we come to this rock climb. No snow, it's all rocks. So we have to take our snowshoes off, carry them up, and then we'll put them back on again.
Good thing we brought them.
We've been climbing up this ledge that follows Lake Superior, and it's just a beautiful view. It's just amazing how beautiful it is, man. Only thing is we're still carrying our snowshoes. We'll be putting them on soon. Runner's praying that he doesn't fall off the cliff. Someone's got his snowshoes on, I think, a little bit too early. But maybe not.
Maybe not.
Preparing for next winter.
Are you doing a selfie again? I got my hammock set up. I got the under quilt, and I got top quilt in there. I got my tarp, which is a Cuban fiber tarp from Hammock Gear. It's the Winter Palace. And I got that all set up. So now I put it into the snakeskin. Now tonight when I'm going to go to bed, I'll deploy that out because tonight it's going to rain, so we're not going to go without the tarp. Yesterday was just beautiful, not a cloud in the skies. We've seen a million stars, but tonight it's going to be cloudy and rainy, and we're supposed to wake up to rain or snow, so I'll deploy this tonight. It's a nice little system to have it in the snakeskin and have all these little ropes or stakes set up, and then you just deploy it when you're ready, pop it out, deploy it. And the hammock I'm using is from Dutchware. It's a 11-foot wide netless hammock. Now the top quilt that I'm using is from Hammock Gear. It's the Burl. It's a 20-degree top quilt, and it has 2 extra ounces of down. Last night we got a lot of condensation, so we're airing it out. This will dry really quickly. It's still a little damp. The underquilt that I'm using is also from Hammock Gear, and it's a 20-degree underquilt Phoenix. It's a 3/4 length underquilt, and also 2 extra ounces of down. And I always use underquilt protector, and this is from 2QZQ. And of course the tarp is from Hammock Gear also. It's a Cuban fiber or Cuban fiber. It's 11-foot Winter Palace. Love this tarp. What you got there?
Well, on top I got this Superior Company tarp.
Superior hammock tarp?
There we go, Superior Hammock tarp.
How long is it? Is it 12 foot?
It's about this long, as you can see, from there to there.
That looks like 12 feet.
And then underneath I got a Hammock Gear underquilt rated 20 degrees. First time using that out. Kept me pretty warm last night. We did get 20 degrees, maybe a little bit under, so seems to be working. And then also the Ridge Runner extra wide.
I thought you were using the hammock I'm using, which is 11-foot wide netless hammock from Dutchware Gear. Isn't that the one you have with knotty mods?
Yeah, but it's not a Ridge Runner?
No, Ridge Runner is a bridge hammock.
Oh, well that's the one I got then. And then I got this borrowing my dad's sleeping bag, which it says 20 degrees, but that got me pretty cold last night, so I don't think it's 20 degrees. Had to cocoon it and use my breath to keep me warm. But other than that, that's about it.
Nice setup. All you need is a top quilt and you're ready to go.
Just got to get my own top quilt, or I'll probably end up just buying a sleeping bag, just because I also plan on still doing tent camping, so this way I can go both ways.
Good deal.
Good deal, good deal. See if it says when they're old.
You can have another sandwich you want.
Nothing like lunch in the woods. Tastes so much better in the woods.
If we had a fire though, we could have warmed it up.
Ham, cheese, and flatbread.
Get it while it's cold, Greg.
All right, you guys, when you're up in the North Woods in this deep snow, what you really need are these gaiters. They will protect you from the snow, from getting inside your boot. Yesterday I broke through the ice and that got up to here. That's how deep the water was. And my boot got a little damp, but it kept all the water out. If I didn't have these gaiters on, I would have been in serious trouble. The boot would have been soaked. These gaiters are from Outdoor Research, and they're a little spendy. I think I paid like $99 for them. But I really enjoy them. I think they're really nice kind of color code. What do you
Marine,
got?
I agree with the Marine. They are really an important part.
Wait,
Yeah,
what do
they're
you
really
got there?
important. But these are also exactly the same gator, only I got much nicer color. Wouldn't y'all agree? Green and blue.
Look at this guy.
Pretty much stand out in the
Here
woods.
he goes again. Here he goes again.
Hey, Marine, you know,
Well,
I gotta tell you how much I paid for these. I
Well,
found them-
$99.
No, I got them for $29.99.
$29.99.
My wife is a really bargain shopper. We go to this store called Sahara Trading, and on the shelf there, Nobody wanted them, but I
Look at this
right
guy.
away thought, man,
All right, that did it. Okay.
Were you drying your socks out?
Boots and socks are wet. My feet are all soggy.
Did you have gaiters on?
I didn't.
You should have talked to the runner.
He wouldn't tell me where a secret spot is.
Hey, runner. Those gaiters are sexy.
aren't they? Yeah, pretty nice.
They're sexy.
Always got a one up on the Marine.
You always do.
Boring, red, black, flashy, retro,
Sexy.
sexy, blue, green.
Zach's eyeballing those. He's got wet
Boy, I
feet.
better sleep with them under my pillow tonight then, huh?
He's got some wet feet. No wet feet over here.
Problem, Zach don't have gators.
Dad's character, you know? Look at what I get to do and you guys don't get to enjoy this. Looks like I have hairy feet, but they're not hairy. It's just from the socks. All that stuck to it from being so wet. I'm not Frodo. It's not hair. It's stuff from my socks.
You could have used that to start the fire. That
Stuck on
belly
all my
button
toes.
went.
Even look at the bottom of my feet. Oh, they hurt.
Got a little bit of woodpecker action going on here. Boy, he's going to town on that tree. Got the brats on. They're beef, Philly steak, cheese, I believe, brats. Made at RJ's Meat in Hudson, Wisconsin. Looking forward to getting them in my belly. What's it you say?
Looking forward to eating them.
Yeah, we're starting to wind down. We got a fire going. Got a nice set of coals, push the wood up the side to dry, as you can see down there. And then we're gonna cook them brats, eat dinner, and then sit by the fire, enjoy the night. It's a beautiful day. You can see it's not a cloud in the sky, but it's supposed to cloud up sometime tonight. We're supposed to wake up maybe to some rain or snow, probably snow, hopefully none. And hopefully that will be, the crust on the snow will be all nice and hard so we don't have to wear snowshoes. We'll just carry them. And got a steak on there now, a little smoky. Take a bite of that bad boy.
It's hot. Hot.
Take a bite.
I'm still chewing.
Take another bite. Putting on the ice bikes.
Are you going first then?
Go. Make me proud.
No, you wanted me to go first.
Yeah.
Or fill me in, I think.
Here comes Billy Goatgruff.
Billy Goatgruff. Well, this concludes this trip. We wanted to go from Gooseberry Falls to Crow Creek, but we had to come back around. But it was tough at the beginning. We should have had snowshoes and we didn't bring them. Then we come this way and we really didn't need the snowshoes. So we brought them really for nothing. It was nice in camp getting firewood. About an hour before evening time, this couple came in from Duluth and they were school teachers and they're coming up here to camp. So they camped near us and came over by the fire. And about 8:30, when it was dark, we seen these lights coming. And then there was two guys coming out to camp. And this one guy had this pack is so huge. They had so much stuff in there, and carrying a case, or I should say a cooler of beer. And so then they set up and came over by a campfire and had a good time. We went to bed early. They stayed up late. Luckily, I have earplugs, so it wasn't no big deal. But the reason why people are coming up here is because the governor is shutting down Minnesota, so everyone's coming up here for the last time because of the corona, getting out one more time before they get shut in or quarantined in. But it was a great trip. I love being up here. I wish we could have done the through hike through here, but it just didn't work out. What do you think, Zach?
It was great to be back out here. Gotta test my hammock in cold weather, so that was always fun. And I believe this is my first hike in a very, very long time with snow. Or not hike, but camp.
But I had a great time being with my son and Runner. Runner got up early this morning and he hightailed it out of here.
No, I did not.
And there goes Runner, hightailing it. So I know he had a great time. He always does, and it's good having Runner back up here. Until we see you on the next trip, this is the Marine and my son Zach and Runner. Thank you for watching, and God bless.